Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual tradition celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Alongside mis compañeros, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for San Antonio, Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2, and it's Splitter in at the 5 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game, and he gets it to go. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Tim Duncan, Clark, one of the premier post practitioners in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a handful. Long, crafty, skilled, can finish with either hand. I mean, he's got just about every shot that you need to be effective down there.
Leonard kicks to Parker. Off with the layup.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Reza passes to Beverly. Harden against Leonard. Harden outside. 5 on the clock. Pass to Beverly. Houston needs to get a shot. Reza drops one in from the wing.
And Duncan evolving his game along with the Spurs offense. Now, as often as you see him posting up, you'll get his shots from pick and roll action or off quick cuts to the rim. He's got that kind of versatility.
Now here's Parker. Passes it to Duncan. Duncan left side. Outside Leonard. Outside Green. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, you just marvel at the versatility of Duncan. You know, he's able to play center, but can play next to another center and splitter and steal space to floor with that reliable face-up jumper. Boy, quite a luxury for the Spurs, not just in his skill set, but his character and leadership is Hall of Fame caliber too.
Here's Beverly following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Howard with a screen on Parker. And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Green kicks to Duncan. Ariza against Parker. Back to Duncan. The pass to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker drives in. And too long on the shot.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Beverly dishes to Howard. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Feeds it to Ariza. He kicks it to Howard. All sorts of time, and it's Houston with another. Here's Parker. Green, the screen. Green with a screen for Parker. Duncan against Jones. Howard with the steal. Beverly with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the paint. Jones, no luck.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Parker passes to Duncan. There's the dish to Green. Back to Duncan. He feeds it to Green. Shot clock at 6. On the mark with the 15-footer. Green's got 8 points.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
Now Beverly. He dishes it to Harden. Kicks it to Beverly. The feed to Jones. Harden outside.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. He's so talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
He hits both from the stripe. And you think of the superstar two guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end. Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
Pass to Ariza. Fires from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got 5 now.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
Now here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Ariza brings the double. Splitter with the ball, and it's Howard picking him up. 4 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Splitter. Tries a 3, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden up top, guarded by Green. Takes the 3, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Spurs trail by 4. Duncan right side. There's the pick. Pass to Parker. The 3. And he gets it to go. Parker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
Here is Harden. He has 7. Pass to Ariza. On the wing, Jones. Shoots from the baseline, and Houston again with the bucket.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. There's the pass to Duncan. And Leonard has it in the corners. That 3 off the mark. Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Now, a short time ago, I had a chance to catch up with Greg Popovich. They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, "A lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys."
And thank you for that, Doris.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Here is Splitter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Parker gets to Leonard. Clock at 6. Parker against Ariza. And that one's good. Parker.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Green against Harden. Ariza outside. He kicks it to Beverly. Feeds to Howard. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Here's Green, following the basket by Dwight Howard. And he gets it to go. 7 points for Parker.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
Houston making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Jones, for James Harden. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverley. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. Otto Ginobili's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Daniels. Off target from three-point range. The Spurs have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's Mills. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Houston in the lead. Here's Canaan. Out to the right wing. The dish to Ariza. Carries it from three-point range. Ariza's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And here's Mills. Ginobili outside. And Mills atop the key. The three. That's good. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Here's Canaan. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Howard with a screen on Ginobili. Kicks to Cannon. He feeds it to Daniels. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio trailing here. Mills with it. In the corner, it's Ginobili for three. And he gets it to go. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Now, here's Ariza. He's got 8. No good from Howard. And here's Mills. Here's Ginobili. Takes it off the glass. Ginobili's got 5 now.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Rockets trail by 4. Cannon dishes to Howard. A terrific shot on the turnaround. He has 6. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Mills. He dishes it to Ginobili. Diaw, the screen. And Ginobili. Here we go. Otto Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just, go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from my partner there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Rockets trail. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ariza passes to Canaan. That 3 off the mark.
And Ginobili certainly will go down in history as one of the all-time great 6 men, alongside the likes of John Havlicek and Kevin McHale earlier in his career. I'm throwing out some old school names for you young bucks.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here's Howard. The shot from the low post is good. Howard's got 8 points.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Here's Ginobili, and that one's good. Here's Kanan. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's San Antonio up 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
Here's Ginobili. On the court for San Antonio. Mills and Manu at the guards. Bellinelli is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Splitter in at the 5. Here's Mills. Back to Ginobili. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline try, and it's San Antonio with another. Here's Kanan. The feed now to Adrian. On the wing, Harden. Pass to Kanan. Back to Harden. All alone. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard, but this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Dishes it to Bellinelli. Manu Ginobili on the wing. And the layup's good off the glass. Ginobili's got 6 in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Here's Adrian. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Harden outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Harden. Takes the 13-footer. The second chance effort. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Jones.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
So it's the Spurs now. And here's Mills. Passes it to Bellinelli. He kicks it to Splitter. Here's the teardrop. Manu Ginobili again. Ginobili's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. Timeout called the Rockets.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championships.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Johnson, he's checked in for Daniels, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Cannon. San Antonio also making some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Bellinelli, and Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Another miss by Houston. And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season.
Now Leonard. James Harden missing on the three. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Spurs lead.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 9. Out to the right wing. Jones in the post. Splitters there. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up. Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis, and in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Boris Diaw grew up idolizing Magic Johnson and obsessed with passing. And close friend Tony Parker said he didn't care about stats. He was always so unselfish. After being waived by Charlotte for refusing to score more points, Diaw has found a fit with the Spurs. He said, quote, "It was always the team that made the most sense." Kevin?
He had Tony there telling him about their philosophy, Doris. What a great run. What a great run. Thank you. Here's Ginobili. James Harden picking up that last basket.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress. Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with a 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point.
San Antonio making a switch here. Green's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. And, you know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
And so here is Houston following the three-pointer by San Antonio. It's Harden with the drive. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And guys, think about the history of the Spurs. They didn't even come into the NBA until 1976 when they made the transition from the old ABA.
Well, you talk about a fan base that is spoiled. I mean, nearly 40 years of beating every team in the league, more than they've been beaten by those teams. So just an incredible record.
They throw good, James Harden.
We've seen James Harden playing a good game here.
He has 12 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
Harden hits them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Green against Johnson. Outside, Green. Leonard with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Leonard kicks to Parker. 5 on the clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar, but make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
And the first one drops. And Parker Clark, a 6-time All-Star, 3-time NBA champion, heavily decorated player.
Yeah, he really is, and he's shooting to become the Spurs' first 20-year guy. Now, how crazy would that be? I mean, he came to the Spurs at 19, so he's got an outside chance at it.
Sure
he says his body feels great, and the way Pop manages minutes for his guys, he thinks he can play at a high level for a long time. That'll be fun to watch to see if it happens that way.
Good story, you're right.
Yeah.
Now, here's Beverly. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. On the wing, Jones. Johnson kicks to Beverly. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Harden. And that one hits back iron.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities, and that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Now here's Parker. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Diaw can't hit.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
It's Harden with the drive. Beverly dishes to Harden. Johnson in the corner. From the arc. Here's Jones, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Jones has got 8 points.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Howard's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Duncan, he's checked in for Splitter. Now here's Parker. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Green.
Analytics has become a huge part of the NBA, and one element of that jumps out at me is basically the cameras that track every movement of every player and can provide info on when exactly a player gets tired to how much of their time on the floor they are actually running instead of standing around.
Danny taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Some really terrific numbers for Green. 12 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's been an important part of his game today. He's made his open looks.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Johnson. Both free throws good from Green.
And the free throws are starting to pile up a little bit here, more so than in the first quarter.
And that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Beverly, the pass to Howard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Howard's got 10. And back to the camera system we were talking about. Some teams using it more than others, but they are starting to find and use all sorts of data, Steve, from those cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how different teams are using that technology. Some teams use it to check on the club's spacing. They'll see how many times a guy is dribbling the ball compared to the season before. That's what the Celtics did with Rondo. It's really interesting. It's a tremendous amount of data to process, but the trick is, making it work, making it mean something.
Now here's Leonard. Parker inside, defended by Beverly, and it's blocked by Harden. Out to the wing, shoots the three. Now the pass to Ariza. Back to Harden. Here's the three, and yes, sir, that one drops. Harden's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Duncan outside. Back to Parker. Outside Leonard. Now here's Parker. He's got 9.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Stolen by Beverly. Feeds it to Jones. Offensive rebound. Not as good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Dwight Howard.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Duncan with it, and it's Howard picking him up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time, and I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor, and his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
And at 38 years of age, Tim Duncan still going strong, guys.
Timeless. I mean, his dedication to diet and fitness, his flexibility, it's enabled him to remain in peak form. Maybe he doesn't move quite as quickly as he did 6-8 years ago, but he's shooting the ball better than ever. His footwork and his fundamental game obviously has always been there. So just an amazing late season or late career run for him.
Now here's Beverly. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Daniels. Traps in the tray.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Here's Duncan after the Rockets pick up 3. Parker dishes to Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. Duncan's got 4 points this quarter. Rockets trail by 7. Beverly with the ball. There's the dish to Daniels. And the foul called on Daniel Green.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. The Spurs also changing it up. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. On defense, the Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 6 to shoot. Daniels kicks to Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 14 points for the game.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
A minute 42 left now here in the second. Screen by Duncan. Leonard, the pass to Diaw. Back to Leonard. Now Mills. Here's Duncan. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Well, he shot 73% from the line last year, fairly average in terms of where he stands in the league.
And that one falls for Duncan.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. He's got 11 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
That free throw missing.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Leonard. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And you know, with the Rockets, it isn't that they're getting layups. It seems more often than not they're getting and one plays on their fast breaks, and that's an extra bonus there.
Mills with it. Ariza covering. Diaw, the screen. Clock at 4. And here's Mills for 3. Good. Mills has got 6 points.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Rockets knew how to convert fast break chances, as you said, Steve. It's a big part of their game.
Well, they're a terrific ball handling team top to bottom. That allows them to get anyone the ball in transition and just fill lanes. Makes converting those fast breaks a lot easier.
Howard. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Bellinelli kicks to Diaw. He feeds it to Mills. Bellinelli with the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Ginobili. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Kanan. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached halftime in this one. Spurs lead by 11. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Pop, a solid halftime lead here. How were you able to keep their offensive firepower in check so well in that second quarter?
I thought missed a couple of shots. They missed some easy shots. So they helped us a great deal. So we were pretty fortunate that quarter.
Pop, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.